Welcome to the Keeping It Broad podcast, the show that explores the fascinating world of home improvement and renovation. Join hosts James Carlozzi, Tim Pesh, and Mark DeLucia as they share their expertise and insights on the latest trends, products, and their involvement in the industry and community. Let's get into this week's episode.
This is Tim. That is Mark DeLucia. And this is Keeping It Broad. And quick question for you, Mark. First of all, who does the laundry at your home? Do you do your own laundry?
That's a good question. I'm happy to say that both my wife and I split the duties.
Meaning you wash your clothes?
No.
Oh.
No. We'll just wash everybody's clothes all at once.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's amazing.
My wife, she's probably watching, she washes all of our clothes.
No.
But I wash all the dishes. So
Okay.
that's a good compromise.
Yeah, I agree.
We had a conversation about jeans right before we went live here, too.
Yeah.
And, I kind of extend them a little bit. I extend the life of the jeans.
I don't wash my jeans very often. Not sure if that's good or bad. But, clearly if they're really dirty, then I'll wash them. But I probably wash my jeans every few weeks.
And everyone has a missing sock or two.
Yep, always
Yeah.
find socks.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
funny about laundry, and I've joked with my wife about this, I generally will find money in my washing machine after
Yes.
the clothes come out of the wash.
Yes.
I save that money and I use it to go get a haircut. So I call time I do my laundry. Yep.
Which if you know Mark, I think doesn't happen that often anyway. Right?
That's true.
'Cause we talked about haircuts yesterday.
I also don't get a haircut very often. Usually go about maybe eight or 9 weeks.
Yeah, I really don't want to change the look. Well, we, laundry rooms, it's funny because I had this written down that, laundry rooms are something that is often gets overlooked in terms of design and space usage.
Big time.
But it's something that is used almost every day in some capacity. And at South Broad, we brought in washers and dryers, and now we have that in our portfolio now. And including and incorporating design into laundry rooms is something that we've seen a lot more of, and it's a forgotten space is almost something that's a little bit more focused.
I talk a lot about functionality when we're doing a renovation for homeowners, and what adds more convenience and functionality to any space. And a lot of the conversation happens whether you're using it now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now. It's what's going to make your life a little bit easier, especially these days, right? The young families and families are very active. So it's, laundry rooms is used all the time, sometimes more than once a day.
All the time.
So incorporating that into a master suite or a first floor main level next to a kitchen renovation makes a lot of sense. We're doing more of that.
That's a good question. Let's say I have my washer and dryer right now. I have a raised ranch, and they're in the basement. If I wanted to bring it up to the second floor, is that something that can be done?
Yeah. Obviously, with the right planning and
the right budget, but yes,
right, and the budget, plumbing and electrical. But yeah, there's ways to add it into a main level. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yep. And even components of a laundry room, and really, honestly, this is something that it's just so often overlooked. But folding counters, a sink, areas to hang clothes. I mean, I don't know about you, but growing up with my grandmothers, and all the clothes on the clothesline, and everything would be out.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can have cabinetry where you can actually you can hang your clothes right behind you too.
Yeah. Well, when you come into the showroom here, you'll see a space that we designed incorporates the Blomberg washer and dryer that we display here. Those are the units that we sell. But in addition to that, it shows some cabinetry and a sink setup, some floating shelves. I mean, there's so much area that makes it convenient for homeowners to fold clothes, to store clothes, to wash. Definitely got to check it out.
And Mark, not only that, but this, where we're sitting now, this does not take a lot of space.
No.
I mean, for this setup, and maybe we'll post a picture later too, but It's just a short little L here, a little counter and a cabinet, the sink base on one side, and just a couple areas for washer and dryer, which you already all have at home anyway. And it's just setting up your space differently.
And it's relative to the home and to the any specific needs of that homeowner. So it could be incorporated in a kitchen space if needed, or it could be incorporated into a basement renovation or a master bathroom suite renovation, whatever. It could be added to any design without really impacting, the functional side of things and the overall look.
And because it's a smaller space, you kind of are allowed to maybe kind of stretch the budget a little bit too. Like behind us, like do something cool. We have a beautiful green color behind us too. You don't just, you're on a smaller scale.
Right. At like anything else, if you're spending the money on any given project, make it your own, make it unique. You're going to live in the home. Your family's going to live in the home. So make it comfortable, make it work for you. And whatever that might mean.
Well, if my wife is watching, I'll say if we redo our laundry room one day, I promise I will do the laundry a little bit more than I do now.
There you go.
That is Mark DeLucia. I am Tim Page. Thank you. We've been keeping it broad. This is what we're doing here. South Broad Paint Home Center, 1267 South Broad Street in Wallingford, Connecticut.
Hope to see you soon.
We'll call this episode a wash. See you guys.